For the last week I've been following a keto diet, or keto diet. I still haven't worked out how you say it. You want to see how I got on? Hello folks and welcome to a slightly different style of video today. It's the return of Weight Loss Wednesday. Actually on a Wednesday. We always used to do Weight Loss Wednesday on a Thursday. If you're new to the channel, firstly, consider subscribing because, you know, eventually I will start to look a little slimmer than I do now. And that's something that people like to subscribe to. Yikes. Subscribe to the daily vlogs. The daily vlogs are good. But for those of you who've been around for a while, you know I've had many attempts at losing weight since I started this channel. I've tried just about every fad diet there is, apart from one. And we tried that over the course of the last week. It's been a long time coming. I made a video about 3 months ago now called I've gained 60 pounds, talking about how I'd put on a load of weight and needed to sort my life out and I was gonna start dieting again, and then you heard nothing from me. And I did nothing. I've been eating like a maniac for the last couple of months, and I started off this time last week by going and finding out what damage I'd done. So before I do anything else, I need a starting weight, which apparently our weighing scales at home don't work. I didn't even know, which shows how long it's been since I've weighed myself. So I've come out to the pharmacy who have one of those fancy way you do your blood pressure, check your height, all that kind of stuff, tell you what your heart age is. This machine terrifies me, it's why I don't use it very often. I think the last time I came here, my heart age was in its 50s. I don't imagine it's improved in the 3 or 4 months since then. Right, well, I've just been in and got my test results emailed through to me. So let's see what the damage is. So my station score is 2.5. I don't know what that means. I am down 0.6 since the last time I did it in April. Puts me in the bottom 3% of men aged 35 to 44. Jeez. Bottom 3%. That's a statistic that needs to improve. My blood pressure is 142/89. It's not anywhere near as high as it has been in the past, but bearing in mind I take 3 different blood pressure medications every day, that's still too high. It's still showing as being in the red zone on here, so despite taking 3 different blood pressure medications, my blood pressure is not close to being under control. My heart age is apparently 51, 15 years older than my actual age. My weight, I'm pretty sure this is the highest my weight has ever been. I'll check the results history in a second. But my weight as of today is 22 stone 10 pounds. Future Kev will translate that into European and American money down at the bottom of the screen. And my body fat percentage is 37.5%, which is high. So very high weight, high body fat percentage. If I have a look at my results history, sheesh, I've put on nearly a stone since the last time I came here in April. So my history, September last year, so this time last year I was 21 stone 13 pounds. I'm now 22 stone 10 pounds. So I've put on, what, 11 pounds in a year, despite spending about half of that year dieting. February I was 22 stone 5 pounds. Still not as high as I am now, and I panicked then. By March I was down to 21 stone 13, for April 21 stone 12. I am the heaviest I've ever been. This is better work. Meal one then, this is an Asian beef stir fry thing. It's basically cabbage, minced beef and some herbs and spices and stuff to make it smell delicious. With some, it's supposed to be wasabi mayo, but we didn't have any wasabi, so it's Dijon mustard mayo, and also a portion for my lunch tomorrow. It was good. Well, I really enjoyed that dinner. I thought that was really tasty. Anna says it needed more flavour. To be fair, we were supposed to have wasabi and I didn't have any. And we were supposed to put chilli flakes in and I left them out because Anna doesn't normally like chilli flakes. And I might have gone a little bit light on the garlic and the ginger because I didn't want to overpower it. So I think when we do it again it will be more flavourful, but I really enjoyed it. It was really tasty. The thing now is whether or not that's going to fill me up, because tomorrow that is the second portion of that is my lunch, and then we have another healthy meal for tomorrow tea, and the thing I'm looking forward to most, egg and bacon for breakfast every day. Oh, it is. Breakfast looks nice enough. I've never really fried bacon before, so that's a bit of a disaster. I'm supposed to fry it rather than grill it for the fat, which still sounds weird. There's smoke all around my kitchen because of black bits. But it only took like 3 minutes to make, so that's a bonus. Much later than planned, because I was just doing a Football Manager live stream for like 2 hours. It's nearly 2 o'clock. I am now having the reheated leftovers from last night. It smells amazing, it still looks good, it's very congealed with butter, but it's heating up now and I'm looking forward to this. I'm properly ready for it. This is, I mean, I'm about 24 hours in now. I'm doing alright at the moment. I've had a litre and a half of water already today, a couple of coffees with some double cream in, so that I'm not having any dairy stuff apart, I mean like milky dairy. It all makes sense when you follow the rules, but going alright so far. If future Kev gives in later in this video, he needs to have a word with himself. This is fine. Today's dinner then, chicken with a little bit of paprika on, and yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. That broccoli, I think I'll be boiling it next time. But it's got some leeks in there too. It looks fine, but the broccoli's not really how I'd normally have it. Well, that meal was very different to what I was expecting. The broccoli and leek was actually really nice. It wasn't too hard at all, it was fine. I have, however, discovered I'm not a massive fan of chicken on the bone fried in butter. It's just, it didn't crisp up, and it was just all bone, and I think I might steer clear of chicken if you have to have the fatty cuts, because I am not a fan of it. I'd much rather have beef or pork or fish, which I hope is what I've got tomorrow. I've still got to have the rest of this for lunch tomorrow, but I think that one comes off the rotation if we carry on with this beyond this week. Grilled bacon this morning, much better. Still can't quite bring myself to put one of these on a plate of egg and bacon though. I think I'll need to start waxing my moustache before I take that step. Today's dinner, tuna salad. So we have some lettuce, eggs, tomatoes, tuna with like spring onions and celery and mayonnaise and stuff, and mess up here because this was a messy dinner to prepare. Today's been the hardest day by a long way. Today we went out filming with the BBC, which is why I've got a shirt on. Normal clothes will resume tomorrow. But just being out and about in town all day has been really challenging because I've been smelling delicious food all day. I have stuck to this, but it's been hard. So we're rewarding ourselves with a keto pizza tonight. And I'm going to show you the bases. So this is the base. There's another one there. It's basically just, well, it is just eggs and cheese mixed together. They've been in the oven for about 15 minutes and it's formed into like a base. And now I'm going to put some tomato puree, some more cheese, and some pepperoni, olives. Just make it into a pizza. Have it with a little bit of a side salad. I am starting to get a little bit of a headache. The dreaded keto flu is hitting me, so I've got some of these, which are supposed to help with replacing some of the electrolytes, I guess, which should stop apparently that goes after a few days, but I think I'm very much in sugar withdrawal now. They had s'mores Krispy Kremes in Tesco. I could have eaten the entire tray and not felt guilty. This looks awesome. That pizza was awesome. This is going to be the most challenging meal yet. We're at my dad's. Naan breads, poppadoms, Swiss roll, we're having a curry. I've requested no rice. I'm going to avoid the naan breads. So just have a look at these, and these actually are not too bad. They're made with lentil flour and oil. So it's like 1.5 carbs in one of these, so these are alright. So I think if we it's a Slimming World curry recipe, which I haven't looked up yet what it is, but I've been like super low on my carbs for the rest of the day, so I think we'll still be within the 20 if I just have the curry with no rice and a poppadom or two. I think we'll probably be okay. Might be a bit hungry because there's not going to be very much fat in it, but it should be okay. And I can just have a couple of spoons of peanut butter when I get home. So today we have chicken thighs with like hot sauce, there's some sriracha and olive oil and stuff cooked on there. And that was supposed to be cabbage, but we run out of cabbage, so we've got the broccoli and leek combo again with a little bit of onion granules, and that is mayonnaise mixed with paprika and a little bit more sriracha, and it looks awesome. Made meal at lunchtime today because Anna's at work. We have fish in it's like a Thai coconut curry dealie with some cauliflower, and it smells awesome. Just had my leftover chicken and vegetables from yesterday. Got my electrolyte tablet here. This is the hardest it's been. Anna's not here, she's at work. I'd kind of got into a routine over the last couple of months since Anna started working 3 till 10 on Tuesdays. Just getting a pizza. That psychological thing, that routine, I really want a pizza, and that's making me think I'm hungry when I'm fairly confident I'm not, because I've not really been hungry as part of this. It could be the fish wasn't particularly satisfying and I am hungry. I've just eaten a lot of chicken though. I had to make some little bacon and egg muffin things, basically a piece of bacon in like a muffin tray with an egg in the top, just cooked in the oven, just to tide me over at about 4 o'clock. I've eaten dinner and I still think I'm hungry. Fairly confident I'm not. If I'm going to crack, it's going to be this evening. I hope I don't crack. Well, here's a weird thing. I forgot to make coffee this morning. I'm going to go and get one now, but I've got up, had breakfast, had a shower, come out here to start work, all whilst not making a coffee. I don't think that's ever happened before. I'm going to try not to read too much into it, but that's mad. Wednesday morning, I'm about to go into the doctor's just to have a checkup on my blood pressure. We saw last week my blood pressure was super high before I started this. This is my normal blood pressure checkup anyway for my medication that I'm on. If it's dropped a little bit, we'll take that as a good sign. If it's still super high, or if he starts to talk to me about my weight, which is something he's likely to want to talk to me about, then I imagine the conversation about what I'm doing will come up. I imagine he won't be that keen on it, but I'm hoping I'll go in there, I'll have lost a stone, my blood pressure will be fine, and it'll have been the most unrealistic week ever, and all will be good. But once I'm done here, I'm going to head back to the place where I had the health check done last week, so we can get a proper end of the week figure, so we can get an idea of how this week doing keto, still don't know how to say it, has been. I've got a bit of a headache this morning. I don't know how sustainable this is long term. I don't feel hungry. I never feel hungry, apart from yesterday afternoon, because the fish didn't fill me up. I rarely feel hungry. Certainly I feel less hungry than I have in the last however many years, but I am craving stuff, and I don't know how much longer I can go without having a chocolate bar or a bit of cake or a pie or some chips or, you know, all these things that I like to eat. And I realise they're the things that got me in this mess, and in an ideal world I don't eat those things ever again, but we don't live in an ideal world. I will eat those things, and I don't know what impact eating those things will have on the diet. Let's go and see the doctor. No major change in my blood pressure from the last time I saw the doctor. That doesn't mean it's not going to be a major change from the last time I was here. He was happy worried, is the way I would describe that. He's not panicking, but he has given me a little sheet to fill in. He wants me to be monitoring my blood pressure every day at home, twice a day, over the next week, and letting him know. And if the average is higher than 140/90, he wants to refer me back to a specialist again. It wasn't above that today, but it has been at times. So I guess we need to get that monitoring, and hopefully this diet's going to have made a difference on that. I'm now heading back into the pharmacy to do the health check thing with their magic health check machine, just to give us some context. I know you've seen it at the start of this video, but my weight when I was here this time last week was 22 stone 10 pounds. I need to have seen a significant drop on that for it being the first week on a new diet to tell me that this is worth pursuing beyond this week, because it is extreme. So to be going to the extreme, I need to be seeing extreme results. Hopefully we're going to get some extreme results now. Well, clearly all that talk of blood pressure has stressed me out, because I just got an astronomically high reading in there of 170/95, which is, I mean, I had it checked by a doctor 5 minutes ago at 140/90, so yikes. That stressed me out, clearly. All of which means if you have a look through my station score, I've gone down to a 1.2. I was a 2.6 last time. This is a score out of 10. I'm now in the bottom 1% of all men in my age, which is a 2% drop since last week. My heart age is now 56, 20 years older than my real age. The important thing though, okay, all of that's important, the big significant positive is I am now down to 22 stone 1 pound, so it's a 9 pound weight loss in a week. Now, I know a chunk of that is going to be water weight because of the fact I've not had any carbs in the last week, and obviously carbs store the water, and I'm drinking more water anyway, so it's difficult to work out how much of that is water weight, but 9 pounds off in a week is 9 pounds off in a week. I've got a body fat percentage for both weeks as well, so when I get home I am going to work out how much actual fat I've lost and make a decision from there if I'm going to carry on. If I've lost significant body fat, then we do this for 1 more week. If it's just water and lean body mass that I'm losing, then I guess we try something else next week. All of which brings you back to the present day, and I did work out those numbers, and in fact the numbers are terrifying, so terrifying that I'll announce right now before I go any further, I'm pretty sure I'm stopping keto. I'm not going to do a second week because I think it's actually potentially going to cause me some quite significant health problems. Looking at the details, I'll pop these up on the screen as well for you. Although I did lose 9 pounds of body weight this week, I only actually lost 2 pounds of body fat. My body fat percentage went from 37.5 up to 37.9, and I lost 7 pounds of lean mass. My lean mass going from 199 pounds down to 192 pounds. Now, again, I know a chunk of that's going to be water. I don't think I've lost 7 pounds of water though. I think there's going to be some muscle loss in there, and for feeling the way I'm feeling, I've got a thick head, I just feel rough, I feel sluggish. Yeah, I'm not needing the coffee so much. Yes, I think I may have at least temporarily broken the sugar addiction that I was clearly in, and if nothing else, that's going to be the benefit of this. I'm not craving sugar to the same extent I was before, but my blood pressure is up, I'm losing lean mass, and I've only lost 2 pounds of fat despite having a week where I really do feel like I've been depriving myself and I've not enjoyed it. So I think we are going to call it there. We've done a week on keto. I wouldn't recommend you do the same. Let me know down in the comments if you've had success with this or if you've tried it and what your thoughts on keto as a diet are. Don't worry, this isn't me abandoning plans to lose weight. We are going to try something new. In fact, I have a new plan that I'm midway through concocting right now, and there'll be news on that fairly soon, probably in another video similar to this one. I don't want it to take over the vlog every day the way it has done in the past, but there'll be little videos here and there with progress reports and letting you know what I've been doing. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this style of video as well, but for now I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to leave you with the message of I'm pretty sure keto's a bad idea. That being said, if anyone wants to buy a keto cookbook, let me know down in the comments. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.